Welcome to this exciting video where we explore the top 3 most valuable commemorative quarter-dollar coins ever discovered. These quarters were created to honor states, national parks, and historic moments, but a few special varieties and rare errors have turned them into highly valuable treasures sought after by collectors worldwide. Let's get started. First up, the Montana State quarter dollar dated 1889 to 2007, struck with a D mint mark, shown in very fine condition. The Montana State Quarter is part of the popular 50-state quarters program created by the United States Mint. This program ran from 1999 through 2008 and introduced a new state design every few months. Montana became the 41st state to join the Union in 1889. The dates 1889 to 2007 on the coin represent Montana's statehood year and the year this quarter was released. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington. This classic design ties all state quarters together under a single national theme. In very fine condition, Washington's portrait shows strong detail. The hair, facial features, and coat remain clear, with only light wear on the highest points. The word Liberty appears above Washington's head. In very fine condition, the lettering is sharp and fully readable. The motto "In God We Trust" is placed to the left of Washington's portrait. Light circulation wear does not distract from the clarity of the inscription. The date 2007 appears on the obverse, marking the year Montana was honored in the state quarters program. Just below the date, the D mint mark indicates that this quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary producers of circulating coinage. The reverse of the Montana quarter features a clean and symbolic design. It shows the outline of the state of Montana with mountains and plains in the background. The design highlights Montana's vast open landscapes and natural beauty, which are central to the state's identity. The word Montana appears prominently on the reverse, making the state instantly recognizable. The dates 1889 to 2007 are also displayed on the reverse, linking Montana's entry into the Union with its modern commemoration. In very fine condition, the reverse details remain strong. The state outline and landscape elements are clearly defined. Very fine condition means the coin has seen moderate circulation but retains most of its original design detail. Light wear may be visible on raised areas, but overall sharpness and balance are well preserved. The Montana quarter is composed of copper-nickel-clad metal, designed to be durable for everyday use. The reeded edge of the coin remains crisp in very fine condition, showing only minor signs of wear. Millions of Montana quarters were minted, making them common in circulation during and after the program. Even though it is common, the Montana quarter is popular for its simple and elegant design. Many collectors appreciate this coin for its focus on geography rather than buildings or people. The state quarters program encouraged millions of Americans to start collecting coins directly from pocket change. Coins like this often bring back memories of searching through rolls or change jars for missing states. Error collectors sometimes examine Montana quarters for striking anomalies, even on circulated examples. It is important not to clean very fine condition coins. Cleaning can damage original surfaces and reduce collector interest. Natural surfaces and light wear are part of a coin's history and authenticity. Proper storage helps preserve coins in very fine condition, especially protection from moisture. The Montana quarter represents wide open spaces, independence, and natural strength. Holding this coin creates a connection to both frontier history and modern America. Each circulated state quarter carries its own journey through countless transactions. The Montana design stands out for its calm and balanced composition. Teachers often use state quarters like this to help students learn geography and history. This coin reflects how everyday money can also be educational and meaningful. Finding a Montana quarter in very fine condition can still bring satisfaction to collectors. It reminds us that history is not only found in museums but also in our hands. The state quarters program left a lasting legacy in American coin collecting. The Montana quarter remains a quiet favorite among fans of landscape designs. This coin connects state pride with national identity in a simple way. Thank you for joining this detailed exploration of the Montana State quarter dollar dated 1889 to 2007 with a D mint mark in very fine condition. If you enjoy learning about state quarters and the stories they tell, be sure to like, subscribe, and come back for more engaging coin content. Next up, the Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge quarter from 2015, struck with a P mint mark, shown here in very fine condition. The Bombay Hook Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series launched by the United States Mint to honor national parks, wildlife refuges, and protected landscapes across the country. Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge is located in the state of Delaware and is well known for its wetlands, migratory birds, and rich ecological importance. The name Bombay Hook comes from early European settlers and reflects centuries of maritime and regional history tied to the Delaware Bay. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington. This version of Washington has been used on America the Beautiful Quarters since 2010. In very fine condition, Washington's portrait shows clear detail. The hair, facial features, and coat remain well defined with only light wear on the highest points. The word Liberty appears at the top of the obverse. In very fine condition, the lettering is sharp and easy to read. The motto "In God We Trust" is positioned to the right of Washington's portrait. Light circulation wear does not reduce the clarity of the inscription. The date 2015 appears on the obverse, marking the year this Bombay Hook Quarter was released into circulation. Just below the date, the P Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the primary producers of circulating coinage. The reverse of the coin features a beautifully detailed wildlife scene. It shows a great blue heron standing in shallow water, surrounded by marsh grasses. The heron symbolizes the importance of Bombay Hook as a refuge for migratory birds and coastal wildlife. The calm water and natural setting on the reverse reflect the peaceful and protected environment of the refuge. The inscription Bombay Hook appears prominently on the reverse, clearly identifying the honored site. The word Delaware is also displayed, connecting the design to its home state. The date 2015 appears again on the reverse, reinforcing the year of issue within the America the Beautiful program. In very fine condition, the details of the heron, water, and grasses remain sharp and easy to appreciate. Very fine condition means the coin has seen moderate circulation but still retains most of its original design detail. Light wear may be visible on raised areas, but the overall image remains strong and balanced. The Bombay Hook Quarter is composed of copper-nickel-clad metal, designed for durability in everyday use. The reeded edge of the quarter remains crisp in very fine condition, with only minor signs of wear. Millions of Bombay Hook Quarters were minted, making them accessible to collectors and the general public. Despite being common, this quarter is especially admired for its natural and wildlife-focused design. Many collectors appreciate America the Beautiful Quarters because they highlight places that are often overlooked. Coins like this encourage interest in conservation, wildlife protection, and national heritage. Error collectors sometimes inspect Bombay Hook Quarters for striking anomalies, even on circulated examples. It is important not to clean very fine condition coins. Cleaning can damage original surfaces and reduce collector value. Natural surfaces and light wear are part of the coin's history and authenticity. Proper storage helps preserve coins in very fine condition, especially keeping them away from moisture. The Bombay Hook Quarter represents harmony between nature and preservation. Holding this coin creates a connection to coastal wetlands and the wildlife they support. Each circulated quarter has its own journey, shaped by countless hands and transactions. The heron design stands out among modern quarters for its elegance and calm presence. Teachers and collectors often use America the Beautiful Quarters to introduce environmental awareness. This coin shows how modern coinage can be both educational and visually appealing. Finding a Bombay Hook Quarter in very fine condition can still bring excitement to collectors. It reminds us that important stories can be found in everyday objects. The America the Beautiful program left a meaningful legacy in modern U.S. coinage. The Bombay Hook Quarter remains a favorite for those who love wildlife and nature themes. This coin connects national conservation efforts with daily American life. Next up, the Virginia State Quarter Dollar dated 1788 to 2000, struck with a D mint mark, shown in circulated condition. The Virginia State Quarter is part of the famous 50 State Quarters program launched by the United States Mint in 1999. This program brought history, geography, and collecting together in a way that captured the attention of millions. Virginia is proudly known as the Mother of Presidents and holds a central place in American history. The date 1788 on the coin represents the year Virginia ratified the Constitution and became a state. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington. This design was used across all state quarters to create a sense of unity among the changing reverse designs. In circulated condition, Washington's portrait shows light wear on the highest points. The facial features remain recognizable, softened slightly by years of handling. The word Liberty appears above Washington's head. On circulated examples, the lettering is usually clear but may appear slightly flattened. The phrase "In God We Trust" is positioned to the left of Washington's portrait. Circulation wear can soften the edges, yet the motto remains readable. The date 2000 appears on the obverse, marking the year this Virginia quarter was released into circulation. Just below the date, the D Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the main facilities producing state quarters. The reverse of the Virginia quarter features 3 historic ships sailing forward. These ships represent the Susan Constant, the Godspeed, and the Discovery. These 3 ships carried settlers to Jamestown in 1607, marking the first permanent English settlement in America. The word Virginia appears prominently on the reverse, making the state immediately identifiable. The inscription Jamestown 1607 highlights the importance of early colonial history connected to Virginia. The dates 1788 to 2000 appear on the reverse, linking Virginia's statehood with its recognition in the modern era. In circulated condition, the ship details remain visible, though the sails and hulls may show light smoothing from wear. Circulated coins like this often display small scratches, softened edges, and even toning from years of everyday use. The Virginia State Quarter is composed of copper-nickel-clad metal, designed to withstand heavy circulation. The reeded edge of the coin often shows signs of wear in circulated condition, with slight rounding on the ridges. Millions of Virginia quarters were minted, making them common in circulation during the early years of the program. Even though it is common, this coin holds strong historical and educational value. Many collectors began their coin collecting journey during the State Quarters program by searching pocket change. Coins like this often bring back memories of collecting maps, folders, and albums filled with state quarters. The Virginia quarter is especially meaningful because it represents the birthplace of English America. Teachers frequently use state quarters to help students learn U.S. history in a hands-on way. Error collectors sometimes examine Virginia quarters for off-center strikes or die cracks, even on circulated examples. It is important not to clean circulated coins. Cleaning can damage the surface and remove original character. Natural wear and toning are part of the coin story and are often preferred by collectors. Proper storage helps preserve circulated coins and prevents additional damage from moisture. The ship design on the Virginia quarter stands out as a symbol of exploration, courage, and new beginnings. Holding this coin creates a connection to both colonial America and modern times. Each circulated quarter has traveled its own path through countless hands and transactions. No 2 circulated coins are exactly alike, making each example unique. The State Quarters program changed how people viewed everyday money. It turned common change into collectible history. The Virginia quarter remains a favorite among collectors who appreciate early American heritage. Finding a Virginia quarter in circulated condition can still spark curiosity and interest. This coin reminds us that history lives in ordinary objects. Even worn coins carry meaningful stories worth telling. The Virginia State Quarter represents the foundation of American history. It connects state pride with national identity in a simple design. This coin continues to inspire learning long after its release. Thank you for joining this in-depth look at the Virginia State Quarter Dollar dated 1788 to 2000 with a D Mint mark in circulated condition. If you enjoy learning about state quarters and the stories behind everyday coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and come back for more fascinating coin content.